Let's do it.
Ethan did the exact same thing. He looked at Jeff Bezos, said, wow, the richest guy in the world only gave $100 million, and just completely shat on it. Now, I'm just going to say this much, okay? Donation shaming is shitty, Ethan, okay? Let me just put it out there. The take I had is the right fucking take, because it shows you that that money is going to be used to save lives. To look at someone donate and then immediately look at how much they're worth is so fucking toxic,
heated.
it's not even funny.
Hot.
But he made that take.
Super hot.
And then it's also hypocritical because it's the same guy that lives in a $10 million fucking mansion, look it up, and hasn't donated shit as far as I'm considered to COVID-19. And you know how I fucking believe that? That's because this is the same guy that donated only $1,000 to Team Trees when that was out. See, I can do the same fucking thing you do, Ethan, but I'm not going to do it because I'm not a fucking hypocrite when it comes to this shit. The reality of it is, he fucking only donated a tiny % of his net worth to a charity. And that's his take. If I was to apply Ethan logic, yeah, guess what? You're just as shitty as Bezos. But I'm not going to do that because in my mind, I say, wow, $1,000 to a charity? Good job. That's $1,000 that charity didn't fucking have. That'll change something. That'll change the future. That'll help somebody out. That's what I look at. All right? Any donation is good when it goes to a good cause. Whether you donate $1, whether you donate $1 million,
yeah,
you
no,
are,
that's the
I
whole
believe,
thing,
you did something altruistic.
That's
You
like
did a good
literally what
fucking
we were just
job.
saying.
I don't look at, wow, you only donated $100, but you could have given 10,000. No, because $100 is better than zero. And that's just what it comes down to. This is an individual that morally grandstands against billionaires while being a multimillionaire himself. Let me put it into perspective, Ethan. You're so fucking out of touch that you and Jeff...
Wait, what? What was that? Brentwood Farmers Market today. Privilege and wealth will not protect you from this. I'm not going to... Yeah, I don't want to read the last part because that's going to get us demonetized. I'm a part of these sorts of things. Well, I'm not anymore because we stopped doing markets. But this is not absolutely untrue, to be totally fair. And what he's saying is that these people at our farmers market, which I do a lot of farmers markets for my other companies, and this is the truth, man. A lot of these people did not give a fuck. A lot of these people kept or are currently keeping their farmers markets open, and there's still people visiting them during the pandemic. It is kind of a problem, honestly. I mean, it just is. Like, you can't be like, let's social distance, but then pretend that farmers markets are actually
a safe zone.
Not just a safe zone. What they've done is they're pretending that farmers markets, and it's usually the farmer market owners, are saying that they're considered an essential grocery store. Wrong. I can't eat a fucking candle. You are not a grocery store. Like, that is totally fucking wrong.
See, I think the whole thing on why is because they're going off the fact that they're called farmers markets. They automatically think that it just includes food. Like, no, like, I've been to farmers markets. No. I've bought comic books at farmers markets. Like, like, it's not considered essential. Like,
no. The initial idea of a farmer's market is, back in the day, it was the farmers would come to and it was a market particularly for the farmers where they would have all their produce.
They would sell all their all their crops, produce, whatever meat they were selling or some shit like that, and go from there. Now it's become more or less like it's slowly becoming a flea market, actually. Now that you think about it,
it's it's perfect. And that's exactly what it's becoming. It's becoming a flea market where food is still like the penultimate, like they make the most money.
Yeah.
But then you have all those people selling their shirts and like it's trying to be all like cutesy and shit, but they don't make a dime. And those, when we decided to stop doing the farmers markets well before the lockdown started here on this, in Arizona, and it was because this is bullshit. We're not essential. We're not.
And that's the thing. You shouldn't have to risk your life just to.
It's more about other people. I don't want anybody coming up to my booth and getting sick because we determined we wanted to stay open. But we should talk about this later, I think. This is a good topic. I like it. But I like how he's utilizing this against Ethan, which I think is wrong. I think Ethan's in the right on that one. So That's one for Ethan.
No, I'll give
being
him
a
credit on that.
multimillionaire himself. Let me put it into perspective, Ethan. You're so fucking out of touch that you and Jeff Bezos, yes, I know he's about 130 million times richer than you, I guess, by your math. But guess what? You're both in a situation that is better than 99.9% of the fucking world out there. There's people who are living paycheck to paycheck right now, wondering what the fuck they can do to move on month by month. And you're over here shitting on a billionaire donating $100 million to a charity? I get it, he's the richest guy in the world. Yeah, I've done the math. I know what his net worth is. And if you were smart, Ethan, you would know that most multi-billionaires actually have their money tied up in stock and property, and they can't liquidate that shit right now in the middle of a pandemic. But again, that just shows me how much life fucking experience you actually have. See, the point that I'm trying to make here is hypocrisy is fucking terrible, especially when it comes from this guy who was so in touch with the community years ago and is now so fucking out of touch it's not even funny. Don't you guys own Teddy Fresh, by the way? One of that big, leading brand, the affordable $50 t-shirt company that is out there? Why don't you guys sit down and make N95 respirator masks and donate them to health officials so they can use those masks to help protect themselves while they protect the general public getting infected right now? Because the death toll is getting pretty...
I feel like this man's just mad at Ethan.
Yeah, I think he went from being on course and now he's just on a tangent.
Yeah,
but it's one of those he's passionate about what he's talking about, and I give him credit on that.
I think so. I do too. I mean, I get the idea of being passionate, but it does seem a little intense. You know,
fucking high, Ethan. But you're not going to do that, okay? You're not going to do it because this is the same individual that only acts out of self-fucking interest. Don't believe me? How about you look at the fucking FUPA fund? When has that shit been active? It's sitting there with $0 in the fund, and he ain't doing shit with it. It wasn't even active at all. Yes, a fund designed to help YouTubers fight fair use issues. I guess it's not here anymore. I guess it's not functioning. Hey, shit, we forgot about it. It was great when it financed and served us, but I guess it don't serve us anymore.
I actually remember that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That was 2016, 2017?
2016. I think it was 2016, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that was a big, big thing. I completely forgot about that too.
Oh, it's a huge thing.
Yeah.
It saved, they utilized it to get through that lawsuit with that dude, which supposedly there's no money. I think he does address that in his video though. So
okay.
Yeah.
You see, the reality of it is I've screwed with H3H3 for a long time, and I could definitely get behind Ethan on everything. But this concept of donation shaming, of hypocrisy, of being fuck the rich while also being rich yourself is just incredibly toxic to me. You know, it's gotten to a point where I could laugh at everything H3H3 posted, but dude, you are not a fucking intellectual. Your political takes are hot fucking garbage. Okay, let me just put that shit out there. And then not only that, but you're...
I will say something, though. I haven't seen him actually point out a legitimate part where he shows Ethan donation shaming.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that, and the video's almost over, as you can see.
I think he's more or less because that's why the whole thing he kind of went on a tangent about it. But I think you can clearly tell he started the video out by saying Ethan's shaming Scott Bezos for donating only $100 million when he in fact himself can also donate money, but he's not. So it's no money as opposed to some money.
Well, and the one thing I saw him say is oh, he only donated $1,000 to the Save the Trees fund or whatever.
Save the Trees thing. Yeah.
But it's but that wasn't him look, I donated $1,000 and Bezos hasn't donated anything. I guess I don't know. I'm not
because I know he's also he did kind of mention that he's only really donating the money just to be relevant still at certain points. I think that's what he said, something like that.
It could be, yeah. That could be, but that's kind of speculative. You know what I mean? It's not exactly hard and fast. Just seems a little. I don't know. Seems a little.
At the end of the day, it's this is his opinion about a matter. That's the way that's what I still see about this.
Perfect.
Your takes against the rich who actually do more than the common person despite them not giving every single thing. Which, by the way, Ethan, how do you expect every fucking multi-billionaire, do you expect them at every crisis to give half their net worth away? I mean, that doesn't fucking work that way. I just don't understand how you get that mind into your head. But the reality of it is that this is an individual that shits on other people's for how little they donate while also doing the exact same themselves. You know, Ethan, if you really fucking cared, okay, if you really gave a shit about helping the fucking world, we would all see it, because you are the one guy to definitely rub it in our faces if you were to help the world out. I'm just going to put that shit out there. It sickens me that you're going to be at this situation. You're going to use a pandemic to push some fucking ideology or some political belief or some nonsense when you fall into the pit of hypocrisy yourself. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to stretch this video out to 10 fucking minutes. I made my point. I said what I said. And you know what? Ethan, you're probably going to fucking watch this video at some point. I know you will. Okay, I definitely see that level of vanity in you at this point, that ego. And you're going to watch this video, and you're going to say, wow, here's another fucking hater, this smelly Indian hater on the internet who just doesn't understand me. And you know what? I guess I don't fucking understand you, because we are so fucking out of touch, it's not even funny. But if for a second you get a moment of self-clarity and realize, wow, I had a really shitty fucking take, then maybe I'll just get that shred of respect back for you. But at the end of the day, I don't fucking care. I ain't jealous. I'm doing my own thing. I'm fine. I'm doing what I do.
That's not true. I know this guy is clearly very mad.
You're gonna have fan bases clash, and you're gonna have this fucking. You're gonna have somebody say, "Wow, I guess you're just a hater." I guess you're a hater of what? Hater of a shitty take? Damn straight.
What is? I don't. Okay, I don't get. Okay, for one, I don't get what the shitty. I just don't get the shitty take thing. And he's clearly mad. I wouldn't say he's a hater, but he's clearly fucking super pissed. Like, super mad, because some of the shit he's saying at the end there just is almost completely irrelevant to what he was trying to say. Like, he didn't...
Yeah, I think it's just the point is, like, he kind of... The way that he sees Ethan at this point is he's going to only counteract it. Because
he was talking, and this is his words, like, I'm a dirty Indian. Is that what he fucking said about himself? Yeah. Like, why would he, like, hold on, Tom, tell me you're a dirty white piece of shit.
I'm not, though. I took a shower.
That's exactly, like, why? You know, like, why would, what is the purpose of going to that extreme, saying, he's just gonna look at, I'm this dirty Indian or whatever. Like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't think of that throughout any of this. Did you? I mean, what the fuck? Little intense. It's a little too much.